As we say for everything, we will have a VOD recorded on YouTube. I'll put it up on YouTube. Of course, you also have the Twitch, but yeah, anyways, we'll be recording for YouTube to post that quickly after. If anybody wants to go and watch that, more than welcome to. But let's see if these teams are ready to play. What's up, Just Doc? Lovely to see you here. I'm contractually obligated to be here, but of course, appreciate the support as always. Are we good to go? All right. But welcome in. Sorry for the delay. And this is a playoff matchup. We're finally into playoffs. This is week 1. So it's a best of 7. So a lot more Rocket League coming at you. And Macho doesn't get anything powerful, but hey, squeezes the needle there. And Spartan Vanguard strike first. We didn't even get to our finishing opening statement. But yeah, this is CPL 2v2 if you're unfamiliar with it. But it's GC1-GC2 tier. And there was 7 weeks of the regular season. Some teams had buys. I think for this division it had 2 buys. Oh, what's up, Tundrum? Is sub on Vanguard, here to support. And of course, we always say we encourage supporting whatever team, whatever side, as long as it's good and fun, good sportsmanship. And that's what it's all about, all in good fun. But down to 4 minutes left and 1 score difference as GC Lock trying to put it through. And thank you so much for the follow, 67 Aura Master. Appreciate you dropping the follow, coming in and spectating here. And Skyzy needs to start revving those fryers. Well, like we said, plenty of action underway, plenty of time to adjust. And you may not be familiar, but usually with best of 7s, and I've yet to see it not true, you get a timeout to use. And so we'll have to see if any team takes that timeout just to talk it through. Some teams opt not to, some teams do. As far as if it works or not, mixed results. But Macho, GC Laku, slight touch, and now Macho has to rush back. That is a counter goal, and you can see they're pushed a little bit left, and not the strongest touch. Macho racing and trying to get back, but it is tied up 1 apiece, and now things are starting to get interesting. Both teams, all players, starting to get in the swing of things, starting to build up momentum. And yeah, that first game is always tough. Trying to figure out your opponent, trying to warm up, and you know, sometimes you have a scrim or whatnot, but it still takes a bit to warm up into game 1. And GC Lock, what a challenge, and gets that goal back as they retake the lead. But as far as standing wise, we'll say Spartan Vanguard, you know, or do have the better record. Sorry, tripping up. Trying to say they're not the underdog, the overdog, but that just sounds weird. But SP Last Dance had, I believe, 3-3 record, and Spartan Vanguard 4-1, which completely opposite on that regard. But like I said, some teams had 2 bye weeks, so it's a little interesting. That's just how it panned out. I think some teams forfeited mid-season, but 67 Aura said Skyzy do something, and maybe he does. He's moving forward, and that's almost a shot for Rowan. And they are down by 1, and could definitely go the other way. It's not locked by Spartan Vanguard, though they are pressuring a bit here. But we've seen the ability of a counter on both sides, so it's definitely a reason for both teams to play a little bit cautious. But big 50 going down. Skyzy gonna back up. He's a little bit awkward, and luckily has Rowan back on defense and booms it down. And there's evidence of how quick that counter could come through. But Macho, another big 50. Gonna take that boost. Maybe challenge. But GC Lock, that's a tough challenge at the midfield. If you don't get it proper, that might be a goal coming through. But Macho has the 50s going down. It's been, I think, like 3 in a row. And actually, that didn't even get the 50. My bad, but a slight beat. And Spartan Vanguard up by 2, 34 seconds left. Certainly have good security in this one, but Skyzy, he's there, puts it through, and hold the phone. Thank you so much for the follow, Blake, as well. And now you're seeing some SP support, and it works. But 3-2, and they just need a little magic, but that's a little bit behind. Rowan gonna have to try and chase down. Does a good job. GC Lock, a nice flick, kind of push forward, and Macho hits the crossbar, and GC Lock, what a goal. And that is definitely gonna make them feel more comfortable. 9 seconds left. And that angle, nice shot. And Spartan Vanguard look poised to take game number 1, but once again, we'll repeat, it's a best of 7, so more action coming at you. And SP Last Dance, who knows? They could just be getting warmed up. I'd say they had a better second half than first. Imagine they play a full match to their potential. Anything is possible. But we're going to game 2, Forbidden Temple next. The bet is already over. It was like about 15 minutes before the match started, and like a couple minutes after like 10. But I don't like to have it running through because, you know, results of game 1 might influence it. But yeah, unfortunately, betting has closed. All right, Tundra, I'm ready. Never mind. I was about to say, ready up. Yeah, if you're spectating, make sure you're ready up for the players. But game 2 is here. Forbidden Temple. And Blake said he's gonna go against Skyzy. I can respect that. A lot of our teams do that, or people. I don't know if I feel like it's a curse or trying to give them some added motivation. But Macho trying to 50 and Skyzy to the corner. And gonna boom it down. GC Lock, a tough spot, and SP Last Dance weren't quite in front of net to make them pay. Bell said, wait, I'm missing Vanguard. Well, you're still in. You still got plenty of time. We are just starting game 2. Alright. Still tied up. Still looking for an answer. Macho. Gonna give up possession. And let's see. Dino as his first chance in this match. New look. And gonna see if it results in anything different. GC Lock gonna boom it. Almost gets the angle for a shot to sneak in. Macho containing and challenge in front of net. And it's always so interesting for a twos match. That offense versus defense. How much do you push forward? Too much risk might get you scored on. Alright. Skyzy moving it forward. Now Macho gonna retreat for boost by 1. And he's got 1 to contend with. He might just go for the bump. And GC Lock puts it through, and they're on the same page. They strike first. And yeah, exactly. 1v2, and that's gonna do good things for you, especially in twos, where you continually talk about the numbers and taking full advantage of your opportunities. If you have the 2v1, making the most of it. Sometimes you see that 2v1 not taking advantage. A player might give up possession. But thank you so much for the follow, Rowan, as well, who we just saw game 1, so give a shout out to them. But slight pause. It's like, I don't know if anyone's playing, but it worked in Spartan Vanguard's favor. And Macho just by, almost panic setting in, but the long rolling goal. And Aura Master is the villain. Oh no, does Aura Master need to be humble? But Dino, they need a goal here. They're down by 2, need some momentum. We're closing in on 2 minutes. Do they have what it takes? SP Last Dance. Dino getting the flip, but not going to be threatening. Macho trying to get there, and that's a shot, but saved. GC Lock is there. And Macho to the air. Has a few dribbles. He doesn't have the flip, but it doesn't matter. The threat of the flip has to go in, and it's given the time and space as SP retreating. And SP Last Dance. Supporters need you. And down by 3. Might be a rough comeback, but any momentum is good momentum in their favor that they could carry on. But a little chip shot, and that is almost in. And a nice shot followed by Dino. And prayers answered. Dino strikes through, and they're on the board. Now can they build upon it? Vanguard has been warming up for the last 8 hours. Okay. Yeah, right. But 3-1. And a little miscue there. Macho retreating, and somehow he's credited with the goal. How? Let's watch this one back. That is the touch right there. An unfortunate miscue. SP Last Dance gotta lock in. As Vanguard, well, Skyzy off the kickoff, gonna put it through. I don't know, all focus has been lost. I think they're reading chat. But closing in on 1 minute to go, and they weren't playing. They're giving themselves a handicap. I like a challenge. But you know, 50 to the mid, but Macho closer to the ball, and he's gonna take possession. And more 50s coming out, but that's going the other way. Dino gonna have to go full court. And that is bouncing in. Dino might be the man to do it. He's got 2 goals of late and a little bit of chip. We got some own goals here. We got some kickoff goals. What else? What else do we need here? Just everything. But up by 1, Macho. It's the flip. He gets another and somehow chips that. But he's going to chase that down. And GC Lock can move through. And good approach as more time ticking away. SB struggling to gain possession. Last bit of magic. That's a touch. And that's gonna be hit down. Spartan Vanguard. So up by 2 in the series. Where are we going? We're going to go to DFHJM 10th anniversary. What's up, Holy Blade? Won't be here for a few weeks to military. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope everything is well. Skyzy with a Tony Snell legacy game. That's a wild reference. But best of 7. Spartan Vanguard halfway there. Now SP really trying to get something on the board. Definitely don't want to be down by 3 in this series. And what can they build upon here? They had a solid performance the previous one in game 2. Was only losing by 1 goal. Can they get the right start? And definitely someone we're watching, Dino, who had a good amount of offense in the previous one. But can they limit those miscues? We also seen, you know, own goal, miscommunication, and that's bouncing around and bouncing around more. It's chalked, but GC Lock does finally put it through. Oh, of course, I appreciate all you guys in chat keeping it lively. Obviously, it wouldn't be as much fun. So, big shout out To all you guys in chat, of course. But Spartan Vanguard up by 1 with 4 minutes to go. And SkyZ passing a Dino, passing a SkyZ, and getting deleted. But see some passing plays, but they're just on the slow momentum. It's tough behind, trying to adjust, and Macho right there. And you see Vanguard pressing up, being a little more aggressive. Macho with the 50. And more 50s coming out. Dino trying to gain possession. He gets it by 1. Although you see that flip reset from Macho. And hey, thanks for the follow, Satisfying Onion. How have you been? As Vanguard did take the first 2. I forget the score on the first one, but second one was came down to the wire. 1 goal difference. Although SP, they're letting this one slip away, down by 3. And we thought a little more momentum would carry over. But right now they're in a tough spot. But that's a good challenge from SkyZ. And that is exactly what they needed. Stop the bleeding. Get something going. And on the board. And I don't know, some people called out SkyZ, and he put a goal through. Although I don't know, I feel like people have been calling him out all game, so I don't know if that has any relation. I'm sure you guys will figure out the recipe, but we got demos coming out. That is brutal. Absolutely brutal. No one on the field. Macho has an open net. Surely he doesn't miss that. But of course we hear that annoying cat sound when he scores, which is super unfortunate. And we have the pleasure of hearing it yet again. We will ask SP to just let anybody, well, have anyone besides Macho score. Please. But Spartan Vanguard up by 4. And yeah, we would never say quit. I would never advocate for that. You fight to the end. Just like life. And not over despite the odds. Dino putting some shots on. Exactly. You keep going till the end. But Dino moving forward, getting some challenges, and that defense. And how did they break through that Spartan Vanguard defense? They certainly need some demos of their own, but no easy feat when more possession in favor of Spartan Vanguard. And GC Lock using that time and space given to him. That challenge doesn't connect in the second challenge late, and able to get the pinch down. And now they're going for that Brazil. No, we're not banning anyone. You guys settle down in chat. It's all good. Like we said, good sportsmanship goes a long way. That goes for you guys in chat. But Dino almost putting it through. Now Sky gets the 50, but Macho to the air. And now you gotta contend with him in the air doing what he does. But good defense. Now Sky booming it. And that's a tough save. Scott gonna be credited with the score. But 6-2, Spartan Vanguard in the lead, and they want that series point. And definitely looking like it's going to happen. They add another one just for good measure. But question is, does SP call a timeout after this? Do they change anything? Like, what do they fix? What do you guys think they need to fix? I blame Spartan Dragon, bro. Oh, no, not you too, Doc. You can't blame me for this. I am neutral. Everyone knows it. I am as neutral as I can be. Well, I appreciate it, Aura Master. Of course, love all the support. But, ooh, look at that catch! Sky almost putting it through. GC Lock being tested on defense. We are seeing some good plays out here. Although, Spartan Vanguard definitely having the best game they've had in the series. And we're going to be going to a closeout game. After this, SP Last Dance can't afford any more losses. They got to bring it all. Do they have what it takes? Take one game at a time. All right. So that was game 3. Where are we going? We'll go with Sovereign, I believe. Yeah, reverse sweep is always enticing, but you gotta take it one game at a time. And we will never say it's not possible. We've seen crazier things, and as we've said already, Rocket League, very momentum-based game. Landon says they need to do more team plays, but definitely tough when you're not connecting on the same page and you're getting challenged. I mean, there's so many things you gotta put together. We talk about demos, we talk about possession, we talk about 2v1s, making the most of those opportunities, and to just put it all together, certainly things can change. It's not chalked yet, but big bump from GC Lock, and good recovery. Rowan is back there and gets the flick, if you will, flick. Kind of a soft touch on it, but now we got Rowan and Dino, a new lineup we haven't seen that could change things. Shake Vanguard off their feet, if you will, so to speak. Obviously, they're in a car, but yeah, we're we're just gonna go next. Not gonna talk about that. I didn't finish my whole spiel. All right, so we're ignoring that. SP Last Dance are gonna recover, and Rowan doing a 3-point turn and trying to challenge. You see Lock, tactical fake, it works. But Rowan getting a demo here. Good to see him getting chippy. This guy said it's not good. You must believe. But Rowan, he's threatening. He's scaring Spartan Vanguard. He's getting 50s. He is trying his heart out. You got to give credit to Rowan. And Dino getting that touch wide. Getting deleted as he approaches. Now GC Lock trying to go the full distance. That flip, not going to really do much there. Rowan has to gain possession. He does. Good job not giving up possession. Dino blasted. It's a last-ditch effort, but more demos coming out. And it is chippy. GC Lock, tactical fake. Really faked everyone. He thought he had the shot lined up. But Macho being 50'd. And that's a double commit. Is that falling through? Rowan, we've talked about. He's got a little something going here. And a little luck never hurts. As he ties up the game 1 apiece as we're close to halftime. It's a pretty close game. Anything could happen, but they can't lose focus. There's time ticked away. Rowan back on defense to bail out Dino, but that's going to be a shot. Given up in front of net. Dino tactical flip back. But one after another, and you're seeing a little bit awkward play from both teams as they're adjusting yet again. Rowan to Dino. We might have a passing play, but it hits the side. But you like what you're seeing there. GC Lock trying to get it out. Rowan gets a touch, but now Macho with possession. That's eliminated. Rowan trying to bump around, but GC Lock has that. I mean, that was not an easy touch. Initially, I thought it was an easy goal, but he made it look hard and ran out of space. And a little pinch action as Spartan Vanguard take the lead. Up by 1, but definitely a close game. Who's the favorite? As I said, Spartan Vanguard did have the better record. So I believe they're the higher seed. But hold the phone, Rowan, off the kickoff. It is definitely not easy. Alright, Sleepy, get your mind out of the gutter. But tied 2 apiece. 1 minute to go. They got plenty of time. I don't know what that was. Definitely a bit of trickery team play. They're playing ping pong against each other, trying to draw the defense in. I mean, you will say SP Last Dance unique in their methods. But they are still holding their own here. I mean, 1 goal here could win it. Goals have not been on high volume. Dino trying to get a touch as he comes back. Rowan. And that's a tough challenge. GC Lock there. Macho on target. And they definitely want that one back. That's a little bit too early in the challenge. GC Lock hanging around the right wall. Still has another. And 19 seconds. They're looking for a little magic off kickoff again. But that's going to take some time off. Dino gets away from the ball. Now Macho to the air. And he's going to air dribble. Might have another. Bounces around. But GC Lock hoping for that 50 in. Although 0 seconds. That is going to do it. Spartan Vanguard, they take the sweep, take the victory, and some close games, some not so close games, but overall solid performance. You have to give them credit. Thank you so much for the follow, Jack. I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone who stopped in, watched, supported. or hated. But also give a shout out to SP Last Dance, putting on a display, making it difficult despite the score. They did have some close games, so give them credit, and thank you for allowing us to cast this one as well. But if you voted Spartan Vanguard, oh damn, you got some points coming your way. You are correct. No, thank you, Aura Master. Thank you for being present. Sky, don't listen to him. Don't stop playing. Sky, we support you. But that is going to do it for this recording. We'll have it up on YouTube, as we mentioned. So if anyone wants to watch it back, more than welcome to. But once again, thanks to everyone who tuned in, whether you lurked or chatted, or just here to support the teams, whatever it may be. Thank you.